Welcome to Perspectives, where we'll take a deep dive into the issues of the day as usual, and where we'll take a look at people's opinion on such issues. I am Ruth Osime. Marrying into a polygamous family is not for the faint-hearted. And if it is ever to work, it demands structure, respect, and clear boundaries. We recently witnessed what happens when those lines blur. At his 60th birthday recently, what began as a joyous celebration quickly unraveled into chaos when the celebrant's two wives clashed openly on stage. One yanked him back to her side just as the other tried to force her way into the tight circle, turning festivity into spectacle. Now, the notion of several wives coexisting in peace seems more like an illusion than reality, with unspoken tensions and competition simmering just beneath the surface. The children, meanwhile, become silent witnesses, carrying the weight of conflicts they did not create. To help us unpack this, we are joined by three voices: a polygamist who knows what it means to wear the celebrant's shoes, and a marriage counselor with insights into family dynamics, plus a female observer bringing the sharp lens of society and dignity. Let's dive in. We're heading for a short break, but stay with us. Perspectives will return in just a moment. I have three guests on the show today. Isaac Fayose is a businessman and philanthropist. He is also a polygamist, happily married to his two wives. I also have Nigerian multi-award winning actress Bimbo Akintola, who is talented and she is a creative entertainer who has graced screens in different roles for over 25 years. Also here is our regular in the house, Dr. Maymunah Kadiri, popularly known as a celebrity shrink. She's a psychiatrist, mental health advocate, and life coach. So, Dr. Maymunah, let's start with you. Yes. You know, you saw that video of where they call them Team Pink and Team Green, where the one in Team Pink had been married to the man for 33 years. The one in Team Green was recently married to him. And there's been speculations and allegations all over the place, you know. And you saw the part where they were dancing, and Team Pink claimed ownership of her husband, and Team Green was trying to, you know, enter into the circle, and of course that's what everyone was now talking about, apart from the party itself. So in a polygamous structure like that, you know, there have been debates as to whether the man should have, you know, been more assertive, or what role each woman should have played. So in a situation like that, what do you think a man or the head of the house should put in place for events like that, and what instructions should be respected and minimized?
I would need to even quickly say that in our culture, where we are in Nigeria and Africa, and, you know, some other part of the world, polygamy has come to stay. It's accepted culturally and all that. So there's no problem with polygamy if you choose polygamy. But as a man, if you decide that it's polygamy you are going into, you are bringing different women from different backgrounds, different culture, sometimes religion and all that. So the honor lies on you to make sure that your household is united, and the children that will come out from that household will live in an environment that is stable, that is conflict-free, and of course, making sure that you respect.
How feasible is that?
That's the thing. So it needs to create a textbook. So the next thing is that it needs to put up a structure, a family system that will be fair to all. So justice and fairness is very important in that family. Justice in time of time, resources, very important, scheduling time for each wives. You know, if you decide that you want to be with wife A for 2 days and wife B for the next 2 days, fine, or 1 week here, 1 week, let it be properly structured. There must also be clear roles and responsibilities for these wives. You know, what they need to do, how they need to do it, involve them in decision making. so that no woman or no wife in that family should be seen sidelined or feeling undervalued or not, neglected.
But is this very practical? I mean, someone like Oni of Ife now, for instance, has 7 wives. Yeah. How do you treat all of them equally? Obatedio Show has 3 wives.
We are not looking at treating equally here.
Yeah, but how do you give them the same authority? How do you give them the same? How do you get all of them involved in major decisions?
You are the head of the house. So system must be, so there's what we call family system engineering. A system must be in place for them to be able to operate well. For them, it's not, so you are going to have children in this family. So for me, I'm sitting down here looking into, these are already adults that chose to be in this, whether you are most likely, as far as you are in marriageable age and you are matured, it's a choice to come into that marriage. But these children weren't. So when you have a household that there's already a lot of conflict, fighting, resources are limited, disrespect, boundaries are not, adhered to, then the children get to suffer. So that's why I said the first thing is that justice and fairness has to come in, clear roles and responsibilities, communication system. The communication is very important.
What about if there's a huge gap between the first wife and maybe the other wives, or first wife and second wife? There's about a 20 or 30 year gap. Would that help in terms of maturity from the first wife and in terms of respect from the second wife? Would that help?
Great question. With age gap, and in our tradition, we know that respect is very important for an elderly. Mm-hmm. But let's not forget that respect begets respect. Mm-hmm. So if the older person respects herself and, of course, don't make the younger one feel as if, look, you are here, you are taking over, you are trying to take over my husband, and there's that mutual, communication and respecting each other's view, that will take place. But we know that if you start treating the other one, no matter how old, even if you we are 30, 40 years old, the second wife will say, look, we are sharing the same husband, and so there'll be disrespect and there'll be chaos. Let's understand that in polygamy, if there is no system, it's like a ship with many captains and no mass, compass, and that means there'll be chaos. So it's important that a system that covers respect, fairness, justice, clear communication, financial transparency. Those are some of the things we have to look into to ensure that instead of building that chaos, it builds community of strength.
Okay, you're talking about the positive sides. Okay, let's dig down into the negative sides. Because you also have situations where maybe one wife's character is a bit troublesome by nature. Yeah. And she's just a tad aggressive. Or maybe the husband genuinely prefers one wife to the other wife, or the other wives, what they call favorite wife. Yeah. Then you also have the parlor wife, the one that he takes out in public and what have you. So in situations like that, what are the hindrances, what are the negative factors that come to play? Favoritism
breeds internal wars. And we need to know that once there's favoritism, there is war already brewing, and it just needs, it's a time bomb waiting to explode. But again, you also have to look at it from my professional perspective as a psychiatrist. The truth is that, can you be completely free from bias? Yes. So the truth is that, no, as a human being, naturally, it is almost impossible for you to be free from bias. So it is now acknowledging this bias, not building, I must be perfect, but acknowledging it and then working on it to ensure that you bring about fairness and justice. So the thing is that as human beings, we tend to lean towards some human beings more than others, and that is the truth about it. Sometimes you want to even hire someone, your spirit is only telling you, I like this person. And then for some, you will now look at, okay, I think this factor is not as a big issue as another, and I will take this person in. And that is where we talk about the attachment theory, where people tend to lean towards other people more than others, and it allows us as human beings to understand that, why are you leaning towards that person? Maybe because of shared interests, because of shared values, maybe because the person affirms you more, maybe because the person gives you less problem, less chaos. So you are going to lean towards that person more than the other. And sometimes, even if you do not even lean towards, there are what we call cognitive biases, whereby even all the resources are shared, you seemingly feel that it is fair, you are doing the fair thing. The biases may still be there in your body language, in your decision making, and of course in your tone. So depending on the state of any of the women that feels undervalued at that point in time, maybe from their unresolved traumas or from the state of their emotional well-being, they are going to perceive whatever you are doing, whether you are fair or not, as being wrong.
But there's also the situations where you've heard about where the man marries the first wife, then the first wife and the second wife don't get along, and all of a sudden a third wife now comes in. In fact, they say sometimes you need to bring a third wife in to manage exactly. So you find that the first and the third wife now, team up and form a bond.
Is that the solution? I totally don't believe that is the solution. Adults come into polygamy choices, and it depends on whatever you are coming into. Is it for survival? Is it for culture? If it's for cultural reasons, people will already know their roles and responsibilities. They are not going to fight into other things. But when it's by choice, you are coming in with expectation. You are coming with, look, this is what I want to do. This is what how I want things to be done. This is how I want to be addressed and all that. Survivor most times has that undertone of economic or security issue, regarding that. But we also need to look at historically those days. Our forefathers married a lot of wives, had lots of children, so that they have more hands in the farm.
Yeah, but also women were less independent, financially independent.
Financially that time. Okay. So the thing is that it's not about having more wives or bringing a third to settle in. If there's going to be chaos in that family, there'll be chaos. The honor still lies on that man to put a system in place.
Let me ask another question concerning this event. Allegedly, apparently, he had been married to. We call them Team Pink and Team Green. So allegedly, he'd been married to Team Pink for like about over 30 years. Oh, wow. And then Team Green now insisted that before his 60th birthday, he should marry her. Now, some have said that the friends of the man welcomed Team Green. That's the second wife. So sometimes when the friends of a polygamist gravitate towards one wife, rather than the other wife. And then maybe the polygamist himself has decided to gravitate towards this other person because maybe this person was there for him and whatever. Is it not better for him to leave the first wife or whoever that wife is that is receiving the short end of the stick? Rather than make her go through the humiliation and the discomfort, and because the children suffer for this.
That's it. And that was one of the things we said at the beginning. The children tend to suffer. In as much as we know that whether you are from a polygamous home or from a monogamous home, as children from those kind of homes, it doesn't really state whether how you would, the outcome with regards to your stability. The most important thing we are looking into that how stable is our home, how conflict-free is that home. So people will always say polygamous home, children come out, they are chaotic. It's a lie. It's not. It's the stability and the conflict-free and how you manage the resources. The truth is that once a man's friend start thinking towards a particular friend, they've known all this while. They have known that this is who their friend prefers. So because why will you be gravitating towards one? And is there something wrong with this other one? What is this one doing that you do not like? Okay. And most times, it's not only the friends, the man's family members also know. And so they will tend to tend towards where the man's focus and love and attention is.
Okay. It's good that you said that. We have Fayose in the house now. Can we have Fayose? Do we have Fayose here with us? Okay. Fayose, how are you?
Yeah, I'm with you.
You came late. I'm going to find you.
I'm very well.
Okay, let me ask you.
You said 11.
Sorry, my bad. It was supposed to be 10:40. Anyway, let's get right to it.
Okay.
You remember the incident at hand, this discussion, this man where he was dancing with two wives and they were both struggling and what have you. I've been talking to Dr. Maymunah, and she says that, let me let you answer. What would you have done? You are married to two wives. What would you have done in that kind of situation? It's your 60th birthday, and both your wives end up struggling to dance with you. What would you have done to avoid such incidents?
I think my brother, with all due respect,
your sister,
the guy lost control. How can you bring out the brother that we're talking about? Okay. The man that was doing 68, that brought out two beautiful women, and she lost control outside. That is so bad. Come on, King Solomon, 600 concubines, 300 wives. And there was no fight. Everything was under control. Man is like God's image. God said, I've made you man like my image. And later, God said, no, you can't be alone. I'm going to give you a woman. A man can love 100 women. Woman can only love one man. And when you love them, when you have them, you must have money to take care of them. You must have the attitude, and you must have the control. Your command center must be commanding. Look at Alaafin Oyo. He will carry his beautiful wife, late Alaafin, and you see them. If you go out with your wives or whoever, your eyes alone supposed to be controlling them. Your eyes supposed to be remote control. When they look at you, the one team pink or team green, the one jumping up and down, the moment you look like this, you don't even have to talk. So what happened there was the man lost control. In public, rule number 1, no fighting, no public embarrassment.
Okay, we're heading for a short break, but stay with us. Perspectives return in just a moment. Okay, Bimbo, we now have you in the house. You know, before you, Maymunah was just talking, Dr. Maymunah was just talking about, you know, how our culture plays a role in polygamous marriages. For you, what do you think? What do you think it does to a woman when she enters a polygamous marriage?
It depends. If she's expecting it, and then, you know, she should be more prepared for it. But if she's not expecting it, now it comes across as betrayal. That's the first thing, and that's so damaging
that's
to
the first wives that feel that.
Yes, it's damaging to the relationship, to whatever it is you have between, you know, you and your husband. It's damaged to the point that you can't bring it back most times. And because our women tend to keep quiet, they keep all that hurt and pain inside and just react based on it. And it also affects the children. Because the children can tell that things are not right. No matter what age they are, they know that things are not right at home. And that we're already, look, this is the way I see it. Whatever we do, we will traumatize our kids because there's no, you know, book out there that says this is the way to parent. You do no manual. There's nothing. You do your best and hope that, you know, whatever it is you're doing, the love that you have for your children will, you know, sort of overcome all the wahala that's there.
Balance it out.
That's what you
But
want.
it never quite does.
It doesn't. It doesn't. But as
but
when they get to adults, they realize when they're raising their own children that, okay, life is not so, you know, simple.
Because you, for instance, Dr. Maymunah, you said you grew up in a polygamous home.
Yeah.
And so what did it teach you growing up in that environment?
A lot in the sense that, because I will speak for myself, because even if I have a twin sister or a twin brother, he may or she may have a totally different outlook on how it is. For me, it taught me negotiation. Like, you cannot tell me anything about negotiation. I'm in business, being an entrepreneur now. It always comes back. If you remember that movie, Slumdog Millionaire, that you know, any challenge he faces, it takes him back to his childhood. So negotiation skills are top notch. Resilience, I can easily bounce back because, you know, I did not only grow up in a polygamous home of my dad and the wives, my cousins were there, my grandmom, so it was an extended, it was a huge household. And then my dad would do something to any of his brothers or sisters. They are just waiting for my dad to leave the house, and they're like, So you need to know how to negotiate, you need to know how to build resilience. Of course, you need to know how to interact with people. So I'm very people-oriented. Even though I grew up in a large home, but I love my space so much, but I know how to thrive even when there is chaos. So the truth is that irrespective of whether polygamy or monogamy, what I have seen works in building the children, especially their psychological and emotional well-being. Being a psychiatrist now is the stability of that home. Is how less conflict you have in that home. Is how the father plays his role in bringing unity. That doesn't mean there won't be conflict. That doesn't mean there won't be differences. But how he makes sure that the family system, you know, brings justice and fairness to that home, so that the children will not just see all the chaos. Because most times it's the women that fight.
let me even ask. Did you all grow up in the same home? Because most men keep their wives apart.
So we all grew up in the same home, like my mom's room, my stepmother's room.
Are you serious?
Face to face. I love that same room.
You know what? You're a positive person, and I love your positivity. And I think in any situation, that's the way to work through it. But you know, the truth is, we have some kids who are more sensitive than others.
Yeah, right.
And there's no way on earth, even if there's no kid, there will be chaos. You know us. You know women. You know how we are. It's really difficult, I think, for rivals because we already perceive ourselves, even without relationships.
Even as girlfriends, it's difficult.
As rivals. Now have 2 or 3 women living under one roof. Whether you like it or not, there'll be rivalry.
There will be rivalry. No rivalry. That doesn't even cancel out rivalry. There'll be rivalry. There'll be chaos. From time to time. There'll be quarrels from time to time. It's how you see those things. It's how you allow those things to begin to start affecting. As children, you may not even know the right from the wrong. But as you grow and you mature, then you decide to say, this is what I'm picking. I'm not going to play the victim of, why should it be me? Why should I be the victim? But what did this teach me? What lessons am I picking from this to be a better person?
Okay, speaking of rivalry, let's get to the man in the house. Fayose, you've been listening to what both women have been saying. So let me ask you.
Yes.
Do you believe a polygamous man can ever truly have peace in his home? Or is managing conflicts the best he can realistically hope for? you have the experience.
Look at our Baba Oni of Ife. Baba Oni of Ife is looking fresh with so many wives. Is looking fresh. When you have so many, we are losing some generals in Nigeria as we speak. When I say general, men, because you are stuck with one wife that have a period, she have a mood swing. You have to go through all those things with her.
You didn't just say that.
Once you have variety, come on, God said in the Garden of Eden, he said, I will give you someone that will be there, take care of you. So there is nothing. Look at Oni, he's looking fresh. Look at Razak Okoya. They are all looking very fresh.
But the
only problem is management.
The celebrant of this party is not
management. If you can.
So can I ask a question,
yes.
sir?
No,
please don't be
because
offended, sir.
He has lost control. He has lost control.
Yeah, sir, this question is a silly question, some people will say, but if men have the rights to more than one wife, what of women? Don't we need that balance as well? Shouldn't we have more than one husband?
That's an interesting question.
Based on what you've said, that you
can you love more than one man?
Why not? You can love more than 2 women.
You said variety is the spice of life, sir. Don't we deserve variety? I'm just asking.
If you love more than one man, that means if anybody that loves more than one man is Olosho. But
the man is not Olosho.
Giving us the arts.
The man is not Olosho,
sir. To manage our home. Look at David. Even David, when David was dying in the Bible, they said they go and bring a virgin to know whether Baba don't go or Baba is still alive. God made women for us. It is about your command and control. Everything is not about money.
Bone from one chest, from your rib, one.
As long as you can take care of them.
No, not as long as you can take care of them, as long as you can love them equally. Can you love them equally?
Justice and
as long as you can love, not buy car for this, car for this, car for this.
Okay. I want to ask you: is there a scale that they use to measure love?
Yes, sir.
Of course, for you to say you are my wife, you love them. There is no scale for love. Even your children,
there is, sir.
You love them equally.
There is, sir.
But sometimes you favor one more than another.
That is what we're talking about. That favor.
Okay, one at a time.
Depending on this side you are facing. You understand? So you can love them equally. My dad loved my moms, my moms equally. So I love my own equally.
You love how many wives you have?
Number one, no fighting. Let's keep in.
Wait, let me ask you.
One, come on, follow more.
No, one come on, sir.
Translate that in English. For those who don't understand, translate that what you just said in English. They can't speak for my person, I mean. Okay.
But this is our wife.
Okay.
Well, come on, follow more.
No,
but God has blessed me with beautiful wives.
Okay.
And I'm happy. You understand? Although I'm not available to take more now because they are taking care of me very well.
I wanted to apply.
We were just here, sir.
We're just going to apply.
All of us looking for you, sir.
We are here, sir. No, not for me, because me, I'm tired now.
I don't be tired, sir.
I'm happy the way I am now.
Yeah, happy.
If they start giving me trouble, I will have to take more. And I'm still young. I'm still in my 50s, so there's still a long way to go. Okay. Baba Laughing did it till 80 something, so okay. I'm still a child in this business.
Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, you're a child in this business. But come on, be honest, Fayose. You cannot tell me that you have played totally fair with all your wives over the years. There must be one at some point where you favored one more than the other. And even if you say you've been fair, are you telling me,
let me tell you something.
Wait. Are you saying that your wives have never had conflicts between themselves?
You see, you have to go for what is good for you. Some people can put all of them under one roof. Some people will say, no, let me put one outside, let me put one inside. Depending on how you want to manage your crisis. You lay your bed, the way you lay your bed, now so you go lie on it. Honestly, I love them equally and I treat them right. You understand? First thing first is the control. I keep telling you, if you have that control, you will be able to manage them well. I have peace more than my friends that have just one mommy, one daddy. Because when one is taking me up, one is putting water to calm me down. So I'm on a balanced diet all the time.
Oh,
no stress. You see, even girlfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, the jealousy will come. It's how you control things. So when they're now wife, your baby mother that leave you can come back. You will still take her back. You still take her back and say, yeah, come. I cannot born, but I'm a seed carrier. I can sow my seed in different wombs, but I have to pick the womb, the right womb. Some people are like Delilah. Some people are virus. I won't go for virus. I will go for the ones that speaks my language.
And your language
it's about control.
What's
Look
your
at
language?
He's looking young. My language that she take me the way I am. That they accept my language is you are accepting me the way I am. I will not lie to you. I will be open. I will be honest. I will not. Nothing is under the table. This is me.
So have you not?
Maybe Moshe will accept me the way I am. So if it's okay for you, yes. I cannot take women to party and they will be fighting. Even when you look at my eyes alone, they will sit down well.
Okay, so if, for instance,
as a man, God gave us power to be able to control.
Can I ask you one question?
So many things.
Let me ask you one question. And if, for instance,
go ahead.
One wife feels some sense of neglect because it happens. It might be maybe you're more compatible with one sexually, or you're more compatible with the person for different other reasons, you know, character-wise and what have you. And she feels some sense of neglect. Do you understand? Would you forgive her if she strays? Would you forgive her if she strays?
When you say neglect how?
Yeah,
you are my wife. Where's the gap for neglect? We communicate every day. If we have issue, we talk about it.
No. I'm not.
What do you mean neglect? Listen, you want me to...
Listen to me.
And God has given me liters of something in my body. So how can you say neglect? I'm active. You can't neglect.
Subtlety is not subtlety and modesty are certainly not your strongest virtues. Now we're talking generally.
I'm not saying
if a friend of yours is in your situation, he has 3-4 wives or what have you, and for some reason the wife feels neglect or feels some sense of betrayal or whatever reason, and she now decides to stray, but she doesn't want to leave her marriage. What would you advise the friend to do? Meanwhile,
who doesn't want to leave the marriage, the man or the woman?
The woman doesn't want to leave the marriage, and nobody knows. The only two people that know about this cheating is her and her husband.
If you don't want to leave the marriage, if you don't want to leave the marriage, you accept it and you carry on. But if you are not happy, you leave. Nothing is that. There is no screwdriver that is screwing you on the bed that you have to be there with him. If you are not happy, you waka pass. It's not for everybody. Some people will tell you, I can't share my man, I can't do this, but they share their man with girlfriend outside.
Girlfriend is different from wife.
They share their man with other people outside. Okay, well,
girlfriend is different from man.
Certificate. That's why we call it wife. Okay, but if you are not happy in your marriage, you can walk away.
It's not as easy to walk away. It's not as easy to walk away from a marriage as it is to walk away from a relationship. It's not as easy to walk away from a marriage as it is to walk away from a relationship. Especially when
you can walk away from anything in life that is.
I didn't say it's not.
No, you can walk away from anything that is giving you a headache.
It's not as easy.
Either wife or girlfriend. Well, it's not as easy. Why don't you walk around what you've got?
Okay, let me ask the ladies in the house.
It's not easy to walk away, so stay and stay proper.
Okay, wait, calm down. Bimbo has a question for you.
I just want to know, you have, I don't know.
Several wives.
Several wives. No girlfriends ever? No girlfriends outside of your marriage? No girlfriends outside of your marriages, of your women, your wives. Sorry, sir.
Okay, we are going too deep now.
I'm sorry.
I'm not. No girlfriend.
Okay, officially.
No girlfriend.
Okay, I want to ask.
No girlfriend.
Let me ask everyone in the room. You know, there are some wives that, at least publicly, they seem to have a close connection and synergy. Like Obatejo's wives now, for instance, they wear the same outfits. So, what do you think, Maymunah, Dr. Maymunah? What do you think this outward display of unity signifies?
Yeah, it doesn't mean that they don't have conflict. It doesn't mean that, commitment doesn't, coming together cancels conflict, right? They are like, oh, we are two different women, but we stand together. We honor our husband and tradition. We have our battles internally, but outwardly we want the kingdom to view us as queens, as against the quarrels, right? So they are choosing unity over rivalry.
They have a
choice. They're representing their husband. Honoring the husband and the tradition.
They must.
And their kingdom. So, but the thing is that it's not about wearing the clothes.
The clothes doesn't
It's not about wearing the clothes. Symbolism, symbolism, shows that kind of united front. So whether you are not agreeing to wear it, with time, you'll find out that every time they are going either for a wedding, a party, there's that uniformity that everybody has to wear the same. It is the honor. They are honoring the tradition. They are honoring the husband. It's not about their own issues that they are dealing with. They can have their conflict. It doesn't cancel out conflict. It doesn't cancel out differences that they may be having here.
Or it could be something that their husband insists on.
Exactly what I said. That's why I said the system. The system that the man has put in place that this has to be. These are my, respect my boundaries. This is what I want. And so that's why the man in the polygamous zone, almost everything lies on that man. You brought different people from different background, different culture, different, religion, and you're putting them under the same. If the head is not okay, the neck will rot off. And the wives are the neck.
It's so easy to say, oh, the man, as long as the man is in control, as long as the man is in control. The truth of the matter is that the man is not always there 24/7.
Yeah.
There are other times when, the children are just there in the home with their respective mothers. And I've heard harrowing stories of stepmother syndrome. Do you understand?
I think the truth is that when the husband is around, they put on a front.
Yes.
It's when he's not there that the true stories come out.
So you said it's absolutely impossible to genuinely love your co-wife's children.
It depends on you personally.
Yes,
it depends on you. But I don't think every woman can do that. And I don't think majority of
humans, generally, like loving people, you may even have 3 children, you don't love them equally, you don't love them completely. So it's a human thing. It's not even about wives or husbands. It's a human nature.
I think the way we're engineered, the way we're engineered is not really something that we want. Everybody wants, we're possessive in a way. We're possessive. We want what is ours.
Yes. But how is it yours? So, it belongs to, it's a national cake.
Yeah, it's a community.
So in a situation like this, I think it's the odd woman that's just, I don't know, maybe
chooses.
Or maybe she doesn't really care. Or maybe she doesn't really care. She
also think
I want to end up here.
Which is what I want to even ask Fayose. Can we have Fayose back in the house? Fayose, let me ask you a question.
I'm back.
Do you think a woman has to be psychologically, mentally and emotionally prepared before she even ventures into polygamy? Because it comes with many storms, it comes with many obstacles and what have you. So at what level of, what level of psychological, whatever?
Able to control.
Go ahead, sorry.
You have to be able to control your jealousy, because jealousy self is another poison you are bringing into that vineyard. You know, you have to look away sometimes. You understand? And you see, once you yourself say, no, I love this man and I want to take him the way he is, you have to take him and carry his baggage with him.
But you make it sound so easy.
You have to reduce your jealousy.
You make it sound so easy. You make it sound like a walk in the park.
Well,
in the polygamous setting.
Well, that's the way God created. Well, that's the way. Growing up, my father had about 7 wives. Wow. When I go to my friend's house, I only see one mommy and daddy. But when I come home, I see my father with beautiful mothers.
So there was no quarrel, no rancor.
That's the only life I know.
There was no rancor in your father's house?
Even if you look, if you just turn left, if you just turn left like this, you will sit well.
Okay.
There is control. Look at David, look at Solomon, look at so many people. The only reason why white people don't go the way we go is because of their own culture. Our own culture is different. Oh.
Speaking of white people,
our own culture is very different. Look at Igbo people and look at Yoruba people. Yorubas are polygamous in nature, and they live longer than the Igbos.
Let me ask you, Fayose, if like
go
abroad,
and check very well.
If abroad, you know abroad, when you leave your husband, you get half. You can sue for half.
Yeah.
If most men knew that their wives would do this to them, do you think that would curb this excessive or this tendency of being a polygamist? If your first wife divorces you, she gets half.
Okay,
second wife divorces you, she gets half.
Third
one divorces you, she gets half. What would you have left? Is this something that you think if it was more embraced here?
At least they won't cut me myself into half. As long as I'm still standing, I'm still one pack. As long as they are not cutting my legs and my hands to half. As long as I'm still standing, I'm a money-making machine. Take what you want, take. Okay. And as you are going, my children will enjoy what you are taking with you. So it's okay.
So
your inheritance is okay. Cut me to half, and I will still go and put myself together again.
Okay,
I will be whole again.
Let me ask you.
As long as you are not cutting me
into half, and as long as everything is still intact. So
physically.
Let me ask you.
Thank you.
But are you telling me now, I mean, that there has been no rancor between your 2 wives, between your children over the years? You haven't now have to manage to steady
I just got back from I just got back from London, and my children from different mothers, they love each other. We were all together. When you see my video with my grandchildren, oh, why will you? I'm a good father. My role as a husband is different from my role as a father. I'm their friend. If you like my style, join me. If you don't like my style, face your own style. Everybody have their cross to carry. This is my own cross. So that doesn't mean I'm not your father. If
along the line now, you now meet another damsel that just totally sweeps you off your feet, would you marry her? Would you add an extra wife to what you already have?
To be honest, To be honest, I'm very happy.
Okay, you're
I don't
content.
even want any. I'm so super sweet. They made me so happy that I can't look outside.
Oh, they make
In
you
the
so
olden days, they said Olobe lo loko.
What does that mean?
That they made me so happy that I don't even look outside. Yoruba, they say Olobe lo loko.
Translate
This time around,
Only
peace lo loko. Yes,
Olobe lo loko
the
means
person
the
wey
best
get
cook.
stew, na he get husband. In the olden days, na the person wey bring peace, na he get the husband. I am at peace. Look at me looking fresh.
Okay.
God has blessed me with them. Thank you, Jesus.
We're going on a break. We'll be right back. See you soon on Perspectives. Welcome back to Perspectives. Let's dive right in. During the break, we were talking about control.
Yeah.
So really, I mean, Fayose makes it sound so easy, so cut and dry. But really, what are the qualities that will make control not so easy for
The fact
a
that
polygamous?
women are different now. Women are more independent. Women are making their own money. And if you look at it before, you were reliant on your husband. Everything you had for your kids. And people always
Especially
say,
in those days.
for my children.
Yeah.
You know that phrase, for my children, is because I'm reliant on this man. Everything he does, I have to take it because my kids have to have a proper life. You have the first, the second, or no matter what number of children you have. But today, you have women, we have to work. Women are working now. So that issue of control is not as absolute as it used to be.
Yeah.
It isn't. So in modern day terms, it's really difficult to bring 2-3 women and put under one roof, except they decide they want you to do that.
Yeah, and that's where it comes with choices, not necessarily more of survival or cultural, because you made those choices, so you made that choice to come in. And if you're making that choice to come in, you have to come with open eyes, negotiate your terms and conditions, and ensure, because the truth is it's not the control, really. Because even if the man is trying to be in control and say, this is what I want, you will choose what you want to do. So he says this, you're doing something differently, and in most polygamous homes these days, like I said earlier on, we grew up on the same room. Most of them are in different homes. They don't even see what each other person is, except there's a family reunion or party or something and all that.
No, that's cases where the women were told from day one that I will marry more than one wife. But when it's something that happened along the way.
Tell them. I don't think single men tell their wives from day one that
men used
I will marry somebody else.
They used to.
No, Islamically,
They
they're
used to.
supposed to stay.
But that's the religion permits it.
Religion permits
Yes.
But Christian-wise, does any man marry and say, oh, in 2 years or 5 years, I want to marry somebody else?
No, and that's
where
where
the betrayal comes in.
and that's where it's totally different
Different
setup.
ballgame, yeah.
It's
Trust
totally
is
different.
eroded.
It is toxic, whether you like it or not. And the most damage from those unions, the children.
Yes. And that is where, and we need to understand that because women are twice more likely to be depressed than men, especially women that are married. We are more at risk of depression than the general
but
public.
you survived though. You said you survived.
Yes, I'm from a polygamous.
But you survived it.
Yes, I survived it. I have all my siblings that are survivors, but their experiences, if you sit all of us here now, when same goggle, we are going to share our experiences differently. That's just the truth.
So what would you say in terms of, sorry to cut you off, in terms of adjustments, do you think more people adjust better or more people are negatively affected?
So with regards to adjustment, it's multifactorial. I'm not going to say it's one thing that will make you adjust, but I know one thing for sure. Maternal bonding and maternal influence, meaning our mother's influence, play a very significant role.
Thank you.
And our mother's state of mind
play a very significant role.
So key.
It's very key. It's what keeps us sane. It's what brings that unity. It is what even let us see the rivalry shouldn't be a problem. Rather than seeing it as a destructive issue, we should look at it more as a constructive self-awareness. Because it's very key. When the mothers are not settled, trust me, the children
But how often are they settled?
No,
in the ratio, how often are they?
If you look at the ratio,
It doesn't seem that the ratio is very high.
It does, yeah. So a depressed mother is not going to share with the children what happiness
like for instance,
being in a good mood, the state of mind is. It's going to nurture them with all that bitterness, resentment, sadness.
If you looked at that video, there was this Team Green and Team Pink. The daughter was traumatized.
She was even looking
sick.
Yeah, cry, yeah.
So I don't think she had
So that would be
imagine that
for a long time, yeah.
What kind of impact?
Yeah.
And that's because we saw her, not talk of the other children and how they felt.
I know what's painful, she will carry it on
exactly.
her own experience.
And if she doesn't deal with that, unresolved traumas make you bleed on people that didn't hurt you, because hurt people hurt people.
Let's get back to Isaac. Chief.
Sir.
Man of many wives.
Yes, I'm with you.
We're just talking about this incident.
Man of God.
Okay. We're talking about this incident where, you know, like I was telling you about Team Pink and Team Green, and the daughter of Team Pink, who had been married to the man for so many years, was visibly traumatized by the whole incident. So the truth of the matter is, how can you control that? How do you control how your children feel if they grow up in a home where there seems to be conflict? Take yourself out of the box and use other men similar to your situation. How do you control that?
You see, if even in a home where you have one mommy, one daddy, there's still crisis. You are who you are. Forget you are traumatized. You can be traumatized with just one mommy and one daddy. You can be traumatized with something that is different from daddy and mommy environment. Look at my own family. Yeah, with 7 wives, my dad, 7 wives, 1 husband. We have governors. We have great men from that house. You understand? So it's not your journey in life is not attached to is attached to your decision. You want to be happy, you will be happy. You want to be sad, you will be sad.
But your background also plays a role in your
your background is your background is like our school. Like, okay, this is the school. Okay, I'm in this school. This is how it works. Okay, growing up, I won't want to be like this. Oh, growing up, I can take it. It's choice. It's choice. Whatever choice you make, that is your own. You know, you walk with it. You go with it. You understand? Okay, Bill Gates, one rich man with 1 wife. Maybe the wife said, "No, I don't want you, Bill. I don't want to. Just go, Bill." Bill is back in the market now, enjoying himself. So it's not about money. It's not about your religion. It's about your choice.
Thank you so much. Any last words?
Generally, so many things traumatize us.
Thank you so much.
Home. So many things.
Isaac Fayose, for your very interesting views. You voice a lot of things. You voice things that the normal man in Nigeria cannot see. So, Bimbo, any last words? And Maymunah?
I'm so sorry.
No, it's allowed, sir. The truth is, if it's a situation where women pick, when it's their choice, maybe, and we can sort of mitigate the effects on the kids, I'll say go for it. But usually, the kids are the most damaged from these unions. That's what I've seen. That's my experience.
And
so,
Dr. Maymunah?
So for me, I know that polygamy is not a one-size-fits-all. So ensure that your why are you getting into this, whether it's for survival, whether it's cultural, whether it is by choice, shapes directly and aligns with your how, your expectation, your living expectation, and of course the fairness and justice for
Thank you so much, Dr. Maymunah. Thank you so much, my beautiful Bimbo, and thank you so much, very interesting, Mr. Fayose. I will not forget you in a hurry.
I definitely would.
Thank you. So today's conversation has laid bare the cracks that comes with polygamy, the rivalries, the quiet sacrifices, and the fragile balance of power that holds such homes together. That birthday drama may fade, but the truth it exposed will not. In the end, polygamy requires resilience, ongoing compromise, and a truthful acceptance of its sacrifices. And as I keep saying, life is a learning curve. So that's all we have time for today. You've been watching Perspectives on Arise News with me, Ruth Osime. See you next week.